Hi there, today we're going to talk about Blue Beetle that finally came out to theaters but with a very weak domestic opening, 27 million and 45 million worldwide, which is the weakest opening for DCEU movie. The initial expectations were above 30 million and that was the worst case scenario, and if they were waiting for a good word to mouth to carry the movie, it won't be possible because there are few people watching the movie right now. In this video, we will try to see why this happened to a movie that was supposed to be a blockbuster. A lot will say there is superhero fatigue and people just got bored of the genre. But I would say it's more about the sudden drop of quality of these movies, or they follow a certain type of formula like Marvel does, which makes the movie carbon copies. Blue Beetle wasn't a bad movie like Shazam was, but still it wasn't something new or fresh. The story was sold as a teenager who had to work with the entity that can take control of his body. But we have seen the same story before in Venom and 2 movies and in Upgrade, which makes its story reheated food and not something special. You should also add that this character is a C or even a D-lister in DC, so you need something special to sell this to the wide audience. The good thing that stood out was its family aspect that gave the movie heart, where you got most of the chuckles, like when Grandma took that sci-fi minigun and was mowing down the enemies like nuts. And George Lopez was a standout as Uncle Rudy. But again, they had to ruin it by promoting it as a Latino representation, making people believe that there was some hidden agenda in the movie, ruining any momentum it could have had at the box office. Personally, I didn't felt it was heavy-handed on the messaging. It had some, but it was very sparse. While Latinos showed up to see it, everybody else ignored its existence. And now we had this happening, Hollywood accusing the Latino representation for its failure. They were ready to throw this narrative out there so they wouldn't say that the writer-actor strike ruined the promotion of the film, which it actually did. The other reason is that James Gunn announced the reboot of the DCEU too early, when Warner Brothers had 4 more movies in the pipeline, making them irrelevant for fans since the DCEU wouldn't be continued. Having already 4 massive flops under his belt as the head of DCEU, and Aquaman will probably have the same luck as the rest. But how does he expect to get investors to make Superman Legacy after how he handled the DCEU? All this could have been avoided if he had kept his mouth shut for the reboot and just lied to the people until Aquaman 2 was released, since he is an artist when it comes to lying and confusing the fans. With all these factors, Blue Beetle was doomed to fail and become DC's next flop, even if it wasn't a terrible movie. As for me, I would have given it a 6.5 out of 10 as a fun and above average comic book film. Could it have been better? Yes. It had the potential to be something special if it was given some love. Also, if the runtime was trimmed like 20 minutes, it would have better pacing. There was no reason for this movie to be like 2 hours long. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and if you want to do a comment, use the comment section below. Thank you and have a good one.